Welcome, fellow Stardust. Are you ready for a scare? I see you've come back for more. If you're new here, buckle up. And thank you all for joining me today. My name is DeRay, aka Rainbow Fright, lover of all things dark, creepy, and weird. Today's movie review will be on sci-fi horror, The Faculty.
What's going on here? Shouldn't you people be in class?
Well, it's like this, Mr. Furlong. Casey here, he thinks you're an alien.
This month's subscriber request comes from Lisa from Dana August Nails. Not only is she a subscriber, but she is a friend. And not only that, she is a nail artist who I learn from every time I watch one of her videos. Her nail art always has me in awe, and watching her videos is really relaxing, and it's like chilling with a friend. If nails are your thing, check out her channel. And thank you again, Lisa, for your submission. It's been a minute since I've seen The Faculty, so when you requested this, I was super excited to revisit it. I watched it a bunch in the late 90s and 2000s. It was one of my go-tos. It's just such a shame that this movie wasn't the success that it should have been when it was released. FYI, this will not be spoiler-free, so if you have not seen it and you don't want any spoilers, save this video for later. For those of you who have seen the movie, let me refresh your memory on the plot. A school in Ohio has been invaded by aliens, but go unnoticed because they take human form and use the faculty as vessels by infecting them with slugs that are controlled by the Queen Alien. After the entire faculty has been infected, they begin to infect the students. A group of students who notice that something strange is going on form an unlikely team in order to figure out why everyone is acting so strange. The group is formed by your typical high schooler roles. We have Clea Duvall as the emo kid, Stokely, Jordana Brewster as the popular cheerleader, Delilah, Elijah Wood as the bullied nerd, Casey, Sean Hattasey as the jock/ex-jock, Stan, Laura Harris as the sweet new girl, Marybeth, and Josh Hartnett as the slacker/drug dealer, Zeke. We also have Usher as a jock, but he becomes infected. After finding out the hard way that Casey and Stokely were right about the faculty becoming aliens, they come up with a plan to find the Queen and kill her with Zeke's homemade drug, with the hopes that it will allow everyone else who has been infected to go back to normal. This ensemble cast also includes Salma Hayek, Famke Jensen, Bebe Neuwirth, Christopher McDonald, Robert Patrick, Jon Stewart, Piper Laurie, and Daniel von Bargen. This was the fourth film Robert Rodriguez directed, and before that he had directed El Mariachi, Desperado, and From Dusk Till Dawn. After The Faculty, his body of work got even more diverse, with things like Sin City, the Spy Kid movies, Grindhouse, and so much more. The film is written by Kevin Williamson. On IMDb, you'll also see names David Wetcher and Bruce Kimmel, but because Kevin reworked the story and dialogue so much, he was given full writing credit in the credits of the movie. This was also Kevin's fourth film, and he was actually offered to direct the film, which would have made it his directorial debut. But it conflicted with his schedule of a script that he had just written that he wanted to direct, which was Teaching Mrs. Tingle, which ended up being his directorial debut. Before The Faculty, he had written Screams 1 and 2, as well as I Know What You Did Last Summer. Dimension Films wanted to cash in again on the success of Scream, and so they asked Kevin to work his magic again and come up with something comparable. And Kevin 100% succeeds, even though the box office numbers don't really illustrate that compared to Scream. The Faculty profited $35 million, which made the filmmakers happy, but it came nowhere close to Scream's over $150 million profit. Scream was released in 1996 and really set a new bar for slashers and teen horror. After its release, there was a flood of movies trying to cash in on this new horror wave. Because of that, The Faculty sort of gets lost in the fray. There was just too much to choose from that by 1998, The Faculty was easily overlooked. It was also a unique horror film compared to all of the other teen horror. There really wasn't anything else out there that was a teen slasher horror that was heavy on the sci-fi. Dimension's marketing didn't help things either, since they portrayed the movie to be similar to Scream to entice that audience. But that obviously backfired, because when they showed up to the theater expecting a movie like Scream, they instead got a bunch of aliens. Another recent example of this kind of mistake is Malignant's marketing, which had people believing that it was another Juan haunted house story when it was far from that. The Faculty is another brilliant story from Kevin Williams, with the awesome stylization of Robert Rodriguez. Just like Scream, we get another movie that is self-aware and makes fun of itself. A couple of these moments are, first, when Stokely and Casey are running out of the school, and Casey falls and yells out after Stokely, who just keeps on running instead of helping Casey. Casey, who didn't even really need any help, finally does get up and runs out the door following Stokely, where we get a comically long shot of the door after he's run out with nobody following them. Another moment is when Marybeth is explaining how she was able to fool everyone when doing the alien drug test. There is no way nobody would have seen her nasty little alien finger. The Faculty also paid homage to horror films before it, like Scream did. To name just a few, there's The Thing, Terminator 2, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and a non-horror, The Breakfast Club. While The Faculty is a sci-fi movie that gives us an eye-catching spectacle while delivering us some laughs, its underlying message is a serious one. The filmmakers really wanted to convey what it was like to feel isolated or alienated when in high school, with the commentary that people are willing to give up their individuality to be a part of a group. Queen Alien, Marybeth, tries to convince Stokely and Casey that becoming a part of her alien army would mean the end of the pain and strife that high school has offered them. This dingy and dirty high school is a glimpse at what the world has to offer after graduation, a society divided by class, appearance, and abilities. Casey rejects Marybeth's offer and instead decides to stick to the plan and save the world. Even though he defeats the alien and saves the world and has even moved up the social ladder, we're right back at square one in the grand scheme of things, despite Casey's new positive outlook on life. All the kids seem to be doing better in their own lives than before the invasion, but their high school is still a place where kids get rammed into a flagpole, a football coach treats his players like trash, and the homophobe gets the hero. And what is up with the teacher waving to Zeke from the bleachers? I'm just really hoping it's an innocent wave. Maybe it wouldn't have been so bad to let Marybeth take over the planet so that no one ever had to feel like an outcast again. The Faculty is a smart, witty, and thought-provoking movie that flew under the radar for many people, but whose fan base continues to grow every year. Even though it's not scary, it still brings us the thrills and some awesome action-packed sequences. The Faculty earns 4 Rainbow Skulls out of 5, and you can watch this one on Google Play, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and YouTube TV. Well, thank you again for joining me today, fellow Stardust. I appreciate you being here with me, and thank you to my patrons for helping to keep this train going. I'll be back next week with another video. So, if you haven't already, go ahead and hop on the Rainbow Fright Freight Train and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. That way you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you liked this video, please hit the like button and share it with a friend. I hope I see you next time. Peace.